Cable. Well, joining me now from Washington is Mark Bloomfield, President of the American Council for Capital Formation, an organization that studies U.S. economic policy. Thank you very much for joining us. Mark, I'll ask you first of all what you make of the comments of our Business Secretary.
Well, I'm not sure it does any good throwing out blame. I would suggest that the markets have been focused on the Eurozone and the problems there. I think fiscal imbalance is a problem facing all major countries in the world.
But is it the case
I don't think it's a question of nuts. I think there is a strong feeling in certain sectors of the body politic that the size of government needs to be curtailed. And that's what they're expressing in that section of the Republican Party.
So there is a sense with some Republicans then that this debt crisis is not bigger than their ideological aversion or downright opposition even to the idea of tax rises.
Well, I think that everybody understands that we are on the verge of the abyss politically and economically. I think economically there's no doubt that we have to do something not only to extend the debt ceiling, but more importantly, reduce the percentage of debt as part of the national economy over a 10-year period. The crux of the matter is how do we get there? And if you've got two distinct views, it's sometimes hard to compromise. We are on the verge of a new era, I think, in American and world economics and politics. And quite frankly, we don't know where it's going to turn out, but it is a fundamental debate about the size of government.
But where does that compromise come from in the face of this present crisis, leaving aside those wider ideological arguments that exist and have existed always between the parties? Where will that compromise come from?
If I were to bet, and I don't think anybody knows right now what will happen, we will probably have an attempt, which may fail, to extend the debt ceiling. And then after they've gone through those shenanigans, as they did with TARP, I don't know if you remember in 2008, we had a similar problem. The government didn't act. The stock market dropped by 800 points, which scared the hell out of everybody. And then Congress came back and did address the issue as best as they thought. And I can see something like that happening now.
Okay, Mark Bloomfield, thank you very much for your time there, the President of the American Council for Capital Formation.